sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward sports merch today.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Yeah, is that JB?
I love that. Flavor Flav. That's fantastic. Good morning. How are you? So, like around here, when we've had this prolonged period of time where it's like 10 degrees and, 0. Driving in, my car said 0, and you shake your fist at the thing. Next week, it's supposed to get like back to the 20s. And they say we could even have one day around 30. And that's kind of how the studio feels right now. It's not like a meat locker. It's more like a refrigerator. It's better.
Yeah, I will say they improved from yesterday.
Yeah,
yesterday was ridiculous.
It's better, but it's still cold.
And we still locked out.
Yeah.
I think it's way better.
Yeah, it's better. It's better. Mixed night last night. Mixed night,
Yeah.
right? Can we say that? I mean,
say the least.
Obviously the history, Patrick Kane, congratulations, phenomenal. Most points for an American player. Absolutely fantastic. That's saying a lot because there have been some fantastic American players, obviously. Phil Housley always gets, for some reason, he's just so underrated. I think it's where he played. I think he deserves more credit. That's just one man's opinion, but Patrick Kane gets it done. That's incredible. It really is.
I was a Pat LaFontaine guy myself.
He was phenomenal. He really was. He was phenomenal. No doubt about that. Weird ending to that game. Did you guys see that goal? Off like the camera?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Did you, like, literally, JBKG, I don't know if you guys saw it. Wings were down 3-1 with, what was that, $1:20 left. Scored a goal. Few seconds later, shoot the puck to ring it around and go chase it. Guy in the camera well's like this with the camera, right? Taking pictures. Hits off the camera, takes a weird deflection, bounces in behind the goaltender. Yeesh. I've never seen that. Like, Neil brought that up in the chat that you're not allowed in. Besides, you'd quit. Why would we invite you? You'd just quit.
Oh, no, I want out.
Well, because Neil's in the double secret chat.
Yeah, I'm good. He's in that? I'm good.
That's exactly it. So all the times you bug me, why don't I get in that chat? Well, all I need to say is, Neil's in there.
Well, yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Neil even said, you've watched like 1 million hockey games. You've called 10,000 hockey games. Have you ever seen that? And I was like, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Should it count?
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
It's part of the game. The NHL made that. The little hole and the cat. Yes, absolutely, positively. No, seriously.
It's part of the board. It's part of the ring.
That's it. You mandated it. Those are your regulations, baby. Absolutely. Little down spell for the Wings. They haven't been playing well.
Yeah.
They haven't been playing well. No other way to say that. They haven't been playing well. It's only a couple games.
They don't have a home game in February.
Yeah, I think they have 4 games total, right? So I think that's part of it. Yeah, because of and it's the repeat of last week or last year. Their schedule, they have the toughest schedule remaining. Yeah. So let's see how that plays itself out. The problem in this division, though, everybody wins. Like last night was one of those nights. Look at everybody. Look, check the box. Tampa, win. Buffalo, win. Boston, win. Montreal, win. They all win.
Sheesh.
So it's like you lose a couple games in a row, and all of a sudden you find yourself in trouble. That's how crazy things are right now. I didn't stay up to watch the Pistons. Schedule loss, is that the best way to say it?
I guess you can
West
say that.
Coast trip, all that. You expect to lose one, blah, blah, blah.
I would have really liked the Pistons to have this one because, once again, you played the Suns without Devin Booker. I feel like that's a game that you got to have. For some reason, they allowed Dylan Brooks to go off for 40 points. And it was just a bad night for the Pistons. In the first half, offensively, they just really could not find any rhythm. I think they shot 21% from three. So just not a good night all around. Only low 40s from the field. And just, yeah, man, they were able to pull it within 3 in the third quarter, and then they just unraveled again. So it's just one of those nights, like I said, I guess you can call it a schedule loss, but without Devin Booker, you would have liked to see them.
I agree with you.
Suns almost beat them here at LCA.
Yeah.
Without Booker as well. And
pretty good team. They're a pretty good team.
They're fighting for a playoff. They don't want to play in that play-in game. And what I don't like is last Friday when they lost to Houston, it's another Western Conference team that they don't play great against the Western Conference. Can we say that?
Yeah.
Take the Pelicans out of it. But,
you're right. They've been better this year against the West.
They have.
I hear you. Yeah.
But, if we're talking about a championship, maybe they do got to make a deal.
I do.
I know you said, hey, Maz, hey, let's go out and get a Giannis. I'm like, I'd like to have Giannis, but I'm not giving up my whole team for him.
Yeah, you said we didn't want him. I'm like, no, let's not say that. We do want him. He's just going to be extremely expensive.
I don't want him.
So they're 12-6 against the West.
Okay.
Yeah, no, they're good against the West this year.
Good to hear.
But yeah, it's
they only have 11 losses.
It's one of them things, and if you look at not the Thunder game, the Nuggets game, if you look at this game, I think it's kind of showing that they could really use that secondary scorer because Cade had 26, but it was a struggle 26 last night. He was only 8 of 22 from the field.
He's been having a down.
Yeah, a couple weeks.
Yeah,
a couple weeks. Yeah, and I think he's dealing with a couple nagging little injuries, and he's playing through them right now. But whenever Duncan Robinson can't get it going from three, I don't know who you're really looking to, especially in your starters, that can go out there and just put up points. And Jalen Duren's been great, but you don't expect him to go out on a scoring tangent. So I think it's becoming more and more clear they need another scorer in some way, shape, or form. Whether it's a guard, I think they need a wing player,
where's
preferably.
Beasley?
But I don't know. He's in the hole somewhere.
Let's get him. Let's bring him out.
I wouldn't be mad at it, but I doubt the Pistons will backtrack. But we shall see.
So when Maz will send these show prep things out, right? And usually they come like, I don't know, anywhere between 10 and 12:30. And it depends because like on Tuesday it comes late because I know Maz is bowling. So it comes late on Tuesday and everything. But like I could end so many sentences with this phrase and Maz got mad at me because Maz is mad at me all the time and I don't know why. But Maz got mad at me. But Maz came in this morning. He said, "Did you hear this Fred Warner comment?" And I said, "No." And he said, "Well, why don't you listen to it?" And I said, "Because like I always like to hear it live, so I can react live in live time, right? Instead of faking the, oh my gosh, I can't believe he said it. If I listen to it 1,000 times." So Maz, that was my explanation. And then you know what happened? What? Maz got mad at me.
I didn't get mad at you.
Yes, you.
That sounds like something you would get mad
seriously,
about.
he was standing up here next to me, and like he looked at me like, and he was like, "You don't watch these?" And I was like, "No, I want to react live."
React.
And then Maz kind of put the head down and everything. Like, no, Maz, I appreciate you.
You know how you get disappointed with your kids once in a while? I was just disappointed with you. That's all. Listen, Abby, you could have filled out the application all week. Why are you waiting until now to fill it out? It's that. It's that kind of thing. So, yeah, this is Fred Warner on the St. Brown podcast. Fred Warner, of course, the superstar with the 49ers. Did he tear his ACL or something this year? The 49ers have had all these injuries.
I know, so he's one to talk. But
Anson sent this thing to us weeks ago.
Yeah.
There's this, electric magnetic
the
field.
Springfield power plant or whatever.
Springfield power plant.
Hey,
it's out where the 49ers
Silicon
practice.
Valley, man.
Yeah, it's
y'all
where
got to watch them.
It's where the 49ers practice. And what they say, some are saying, scientists are saying, we feel that it's affecting the 49ers players. So they're going down with all these injuries.
Y'all laugh.
Now, JB, we don't need to hear all of that from Fred Warner.
That's where the nerds at,
let's
man.
skip to 1:50 in on this, 1:49.
Okay.
That's when, after Fred is done talking about the Niners, well, then St. Brown cuts in and says, well, we got a lot of crap happening to us as well. So here's Fred Warner and Amon-Ra talking about the Lions injury. Listen how they talk about practice.
49er injured stars. Look at that.
Bro, I feel like
Man,
we've
we
had
got
hella
some
injuries
injuries, boy.
too. Like the Lions have hella injuries every year too. I'm like, fuck.
Y'all go hard. You know, old Dan Campbell be over there telling y'all to bite kneecaps. So at some point, you going, you know.
Wait, so do you guys go full tackle in camp?
No, we would never do that.
See, we going live.
See, and at some point, Dan, old Dan gonna come to his senses, man, and be like, "Listen, this ain't making nobody better, brother. All right, we can still get our work in without bringing guys to the ground."
Fred Warner calling Dan Campbell out, saying, "Hey, young man, your team's falling apart. There's a reason for it. Lions tackle in practice. Niners don't."
See, aren't you glad I waited?
I am.
Yeah, that's it.
Look how surprised you are.
Patience. I was.
I waited too, by the way. So.
Did you wait too?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's better that way, right?
It is. You get my genuine reaction.
What do you guys think?
I think there's more validity to that than any of us want to admit.
I mean, it's hard, though, because the 49ers, y'all don't tackle, but y'all have just as many, if not more, injuries than the Lions.
Well, it's the electromagnetic Silicon
the
Valley
power
Springfield power plant.
Aaron Brockovich is heading out there.
He's through Aaron Brockovich. But I do think it's a small bit of truth to that. But, it's just hard to pinpoint whether it's Dan or not. Like, we've asked Dr. Pierce, you can't really pinpoint whether it's how aggressive they go in practice. If it was definitive, I'm all for it. But it's just one of them things that coming from him, the 49ers, like, y'all may do things differently, but y'all have the same amount of injuries. So how can I take his word for it?
I think there's more validity to it, and I think use yourself as an example, okay? The term wear and tear, right?
Yeah.
Well, there are some times, and trust me, when you get older, you'll really find out there are just certain areas that, whether it be from a previous injury, whether it be usage over time, they just don't respond anymore, right? Like honestly, like the left shoulder, my left leg has been mangled, I've torn my knee twice, et cetera. So why am I going to go and put them at like max risk by overusing it, by over and over doing it? And I think, I'm not saying, okay, guys, full pads, we're going to lose them, walk through, but maybe dial it back a little.
I mean, there's a conversation to be had, but once again, I just don't think you can definitively say it's because
I agree.
of that. That's all.
I agree with
you. There's a conversation to be had.
And that's why, to me, that this keeps happening to the way it keeps happening, that is the conversation that needs to be had. And all options should be out there. Okay, why is this happening?
Right.
Are we going? I'd get on the phone. I'd get on the phone if I was Dan, and I'd call my coach buddies and go, okay, seriously, this is how we operate. Are you guys doing this? Are you doing this? Are you having full hits in practice during camp? Are you like, I don't know how other teams operate.
But don't you think if we were going too hard in like training camp practice, there will be more training camp or practice injuries? Because they happen once we're in season. We're good through training camp.
I think it's wear and tear. I really truly do.
Okay, and that's a
and who
point.
do we blame? Us dummies. We blame our strength and conditioning coaches are terrible.
They're awful. Got shit to do with it. But
they're awful. But if I'm Dan, don't call guys like Bill Parcells. Don't call guys like that, because back then they're doing 2-a-days, 3-a-days. They're hitting. They're doing it. And now
wow, it was less injuries back then.
I know. But now
wow.
There's no 2-a-days. There's none of that crap anymore. They've softened. The NFL has softened over the years, as we know. Mm-hmm. So what's going on? Maybe is it because just the players are bigger, faster, and stronger? I don't know. But you know what? If I was Dan, I would definitely change my ways. I would instantly change. We're not winning. We're losing players.
Yeah.
I got to change my ways.
Oh, you making this sound soft, man. Come on.
Hey.
No, but I think that is fair, though. Like, it's been back-to-back years now of really bad injuries. So, yeah, maybe you do need to do some things differently, but
the body just, when you keep constant. I mean, especially, what do they say about the offensive linemen? It's like car crashes.
Right.
Multiple car crashes every day. Look, it's going to. That's why I've always kind of chuckled at the idea of eliminating concussions. All right? And I'm not saying that disrespectfully, okay?
Well, they wear those halo hats now.
You know what we can do?
Guardian
We can lessen them.
Martians.
We can lessen them.
For real kazoo.
We could bring the number from here to here.
Yeah.
Right? We can do a lot of things. Halo hats, I mean, all that stuff. You're not going to get it out of the game.
No, you're not going to get rid of it.
Big, giant, strong men hitting other big, giant, strong men at incredibly fast speeds. It's going to do something to you, right?
Of course, it's a contact sport.
Exactly.
But I don't think the goal is to get rid of them completely because it's impossible. You
No,
can't do
but
it.
when I
But
hear-
you want to lessen it as much as
Oh,
possible.
1,000. But, you hear people say that, and it's like, what planet are you on? It's not going to happen.
Yeah, no.
Let's drop it from this number to that number. And the same thing can be said with the injury. I mean, when you're going at it literally from what? The third week of July until, heck, for a couple teams, for New England and Seattle,
Yeah.
the third week of July until mid-February? That's taxing, dude.
lot of
Oh, it
hits.
is, for sure.
That's taxing.
But I don't know. I just look at some of the Lions' injuries over the years. When you look at Hutch, that was kind of like a freak accident. His leg wrapping around another player's leg.
Sure.
He got rolled up on. What's his name? The safety. Kirby Joseph. He has a degenerative knee type of thing going on. So
Branch,
that's something that
Achilles.
you already kind of had. I don't know. All the injuries I wouldn't say have just been self-inflicted, or maybe because you were practicing so much it led up to that. Some of these have just been freak accidents, and in the case of Kirby Joseph, it's some shit that he already kind of had going on.
That crap, like what happens too is it starts to tear. Like, honestly, I can tell people in my age group, I can't do this at all. At all. It's bad for you.
Yeah.
Because it's years of doing this, right? So, like, if I go to the gym, I'll do this.
Right.
I'll do this. I'll do this. But anything with my shoulder, no way.
I hear you. Yeah.
Because now, after years and years of doing it, guess what? That shit tears away. And all of a sudden, then you end up with, oh, man, I had to get shoulder surgery or things like F that, So think about it and multiply that 1,000 times with these NFL guys. You're not just talking about the intense workouts that they have, right? I mean, that goes all year round. You're talking about legit trauma to your body. Like legit trauma to your body. And I don't need to remind everybody about all the horror stories of guys 10 years after their playing career is done. That's why, so many guys, hey, I know what a mess I am now. Let's use Frank Ragnow as an example.
Right.
I know what a mess I am now. Man, I got little kids at home. Mm-hmm. I want to be one of those. I want to pick my kid up and not be in pain.
Chase them around the house.
Go jump in a leaf pile with them and things like that. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. It's an interesting conversation to have. I'm with you. I don't know if this is the answer. I'm willing to investigate this as much as humanly possible, especially if a guy who plays at this level says, hey, man, yeah, I think it helps us, even with all the injuries that Frisco has. Frisco.
Again, we want the Lions to do things a little bit differently this year because, like you said, the direction that they've been going in doesn't seem to be working as well as it was.
Yeah.
And I totally agree with having guys ready for the season, and you want to have that advantage, but maybe there are some smarter ways that you can go about that. But I think everything's on the table at this point, but although you can't, like I said, definitively say it's because of how hard Dan Campbell pushes these guys.
It's interesting.
When you hear a guy like Fred Warner speak on it, the word on the street, it's out there, man.
Yeah.
It's out there. The Lions overwork, and the Lions run out of gas.
I wonder if certain Lion players, and this is just spitting it out there, I wonder if certain Lion players hear that and go, hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. Dan
course
does
they
that
do.
to us.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
You can kind of see Amon-Ra's reaction in the video. He's kind of, nodding and agreeing. So, I mean, you just never know, man. But they could be feeling that, too.
Yeah.
Whatever they're doing, it didn't work. It hasn't worked. So change something. Obviously, change the way you spend money. And we'll talk about that in a minute. They don't have any. and change your practice habits.
That's so... You can fix that. You know that. You can...
I know.
He'll snap a finger. And restructuring. We're gonna cut this fat. We're gonna trim this fat. I don't even worry about that. Now, if you're 10 times that amount, it goes back to the NHL owners. I can lose a little bit. I just don't want to bleed it. If you're 50 million, then that's something different.
Right.
Then you're in cap hell, right? But no, we'll get to it in a second. I promise you. Did you see this best coaching hiring? What was the best coaching hiring since 2021? Is that what it was?
That's how ESPN.
I
said all the coaches from 2021 till now, they ranked the hirings.
JB, do you have that for us?
Oh yeah.
Are you ready for this?
Number 1 is. No, that's not the one.
Oh, that's not the right one.
Yeah, that's the
this
coaching
year.
hires of this
That's
year.
this year.
Wait,
We're talking about Dan Campbell.
No.
Oh, you're talking about the Dan Campbell. Oh, I got you. I was like, wait a minute.
That's all right.
I am.
I don't know, and I'm being very sincere when I say this, okay?
Wrong button.
I don't know how you could pick somebody else, and I know what you're going to say, Philly fan, or I know what you're going to say, a lot of other fans, okay? Can I tell you why? The starting point to where they got, and the general vicinity that they're still in, there's no comparison. There's no.
And it wasn't like a flash in the pan per se. Like you went to the NFC Championship, after going 9-8 the previous year, and then the following year you followed that up with number 1 in the NFC, 15-2, despite the numerous injuries that you had. So I think it's pretty appropriate. If he's not 1, I would definitely put him like top 3. I don't think you can put him any less than top 3.
I'll read it very quickly. Can you put that graphic back up just for a second?
Oh, yeah.
It's worth noting just how low the Lions were before Campbell arrived. Detroit had gone 14-33-1 under Matt Patricia and interim coach Darryl Bevel. Anybody remember Darryl Bevel?
I remember
It
Darryl.
hadn't won a playoff game since 1991. One of the first things new general manager Brad Holmes did was trade Matthew Stafford to the Rams for first-round picks and Jared Goff, who was essentially a salary dump from an organization that had completely lost faith in the 2016 first overall pick. The only significant player from the roster Campbell inherited, who is still on the team in 2025, is offensive tackle Taylor Decker. There has been a complete rebuild in Detroit.
Yeah.
Here. Darryl Bevel, by the way, called that play in the Super Bowl. Russell Wilson interception by Malcolm. What's his name?
Yeah, that
was Darryl Bevel.
Yeah, that's the blue. Mm-hmm. And Pete Carroll to this day has not thrown him under the bus, right?
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's not.
It's been 11 years.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, if I'm Russell Wilson, you check out of that at the line.
Oh,
Like, what are you doing?
100%.
We got a rematch,
But
right?
he wanted that Super Bowl MVP too. I think it was a whole little collusion going on there.
To have that guy in the backfield.
They ain't want Marshawn up
Are
there
you
as
kidding?
the Super Bowl MVP. It was too,
But the
it was
play-
too much for him. Let's
Listen,
just
if you
leave it at
guys
that.
remember
It's
the
too much.
throws to get them down to that, do you remember that long pass on the sideline? I forgot who caught it.
Was it
It was a gorgeous pass.
Doug-
Lockett.
not Doug Baldwin.
Might have
Yeah.
been Baldwin.
Yeah.
Man, 11 years ago. So there you go, Darryl Bevel.
I
Thank you.
don't know how you argue with that. I really, and it was funny because I told you I love to peruse Twitter. I don't participate as much as I probably should, but I love to peruse Twitter. And it was funny because a bunch of fans from other teams jumped in, and the first one that jumped in, and I've said this forever, the lack of fact checking is unbelievable to me. Maybe it's because it's my job. I just fact check before you say something dumb, okay? Like really. The first guy that jumped in was an Eagle fan and go, they haven't even been to a champion. 2023? Never mind.
Yeah.
Because it's not good enough. But just to fact check you, yeah, they have been to the championship game. They have.
We haven't been to the Super Bowl.
I can also say out of the other side of my mouth that I envy you, and quite frankly, I envy your general manager. I do, 100%. How do you argue with that from starting point?
No way. Can't.
I don't.
Can't.
I have said for years, and I've probably said it on this show, fans around the NFL, I mean, even if you're not in an NFL city, but you love the NFL, they don't understand how bad the Detroit Lions were. They don't. They don't get it. They do not. They don't understand it. And I have had so many conversations, whether it be some radio idiot in Cincinnati whether it be a guy down in Atlanta, whether it be the voice of a team in our own division, who when I told him we had one playoff win, he laughed at me, and then he saw that my face didn't change, and he goes, "You guys have more than one playoff win." And I go, "No, we don't." "Come on, you have more. No, we don't." Literally, the voice of a team in our own division who sees the Lions twice a year.
Wayne Larrabee?
I'm not telling you who.
Jeff Joniak?
I'm
Paul
not.
Allen?
You know what he did? 5 minutes later, he walked up to me and he goes, "Holy bleep." True story. Honest to God. True story. He's in our division. People don't know how bad this franchise was.
It is.
Don't say that. I don't believe it is now.
No, it's not.
It's not good enough. It's not good enough.
I'm sorry.
But I think there's
that.
this isn't a, I don't call this a bad franchise anymore.
No,
I don't.
It's not. But
I think sometimes they do bad things.
I can't help myself.
We know you can't bad.
I've just been beaten so
well,
badly.
you brought up your kid. You brought up your kid. Your kid's not a bad kid. They just made a bad decision.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Pretty much.
But every now and then you get a rotten kid that you just know. Like my dad knew from the day I popped out of the womb I was a rotten kid. Yeah, there's something wrong with that kid. Yeah, he's just throw him in jail now. He's an infant in jail, right? There's something wrong with that kid. I knew the second you popped out of your mom. I took one look and I went, "Yeah, that kid's dumb."
You're dumb as a 1-year-old. Like, look at you. You're dumb. Like what?
I'm laying on the gray floor. I got my NBA costume in. Yeah, that's where he's going to end up anyway. Let's just get it out of the way. Yeah, I hate that kid.
Throw him in that crib.
We're not a bad franchise, man.
Well,
We're not now.
We're
Not
historically
now,
bad.
yes.
We're not a
Just
bad.
say not
We're
now.
Historically bad.
We're historically bad.
Historically bad. No.
We got to
doubt.
right the wrongs.
Are we one of the better teams in the last 4 years? Yes, we are.
We losing that grip though.
I would put our bad resume historically at least in the Super Bowl era up against anybody's. We're as bad as anybody. Even with the success of a couple years ago.
You were arguably the
us.
worst franchise in sports.
It's us and the Jets. How
No
many
doubt
times do
about
I
it.
got to tell you that?
No doubt about it.
It's affirmed and Alidar coming down the stretch, noses apart.
The problem is, even though it was 10,000 years ago, is they got a Super Bowl.
But we're in the AFL.
But they got a Super Bowl.
They do.
So that means it's in the Super Bowl era. So,
Right.
like, if I'm talking Super Bowl era,
Yeah.
nobody has had less success than us. Nobody.
No.
The Browns made it to back-to-back championship games, for goodness sake. You know?
Became the Ravens and won 2 Super Bowls.
Jeez, oh, Pete. It's incredible. Whatever.
The people in Cleveland did lose their team. As much as we want to bitch about the Lions,
Dude, I had a front row seat. I told you, I had just started my gig in Toledo. And hearing those people, my heart broke.
Yeah.
I'm not being funny.
No,
My heart broke.
can you imagine if that happened to
No.
us? That's what I mean.
No.
That's that's as bad as it gets.
And it was funny because I would hear people say, "Oh gosh, how great would that be? Get rid of the Lions," and then they come back 4 years late. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
I couldn't even think about it. They leave in 95, they come back in 99. The Lions leave in 2026 and come back in 2030. So could you imagine, like Browns fans, 96, 97, 98, 3 years without your team, 3 years without the Lions? You'd be miserable. You know you would. You'd be miserable.
You do get a little bit of a break, though.
It's part of our DNA, though, isn't it?
I know, but you get a break. It's like a vacation.
Well, that's why I go to the cider mill.
But to make it worse, they got better in Baltimore. So that would be like us moving to Arizona and all of a sudden they start winning. I think, boy, Cleveland is worse than us. They win. They do. They win.
It's like
They win.
Let me. Oh boy, JB.
They also went 0-16, and it wasn't as big of a deal for them.
I know.
They tried to weaponize it. They gonna do a parade and shit.
We already,
man,
we
what?
already had that deal.
Yeah, like, get the fuck out of here.
See, but you know when the moment comes, right? We've watched the Lions long enough, And all I need to do is like I'll say to one of my kids, like literally the code word is quickly. I'll just go quickly. And that means it's time to grab my car keys and we need to run to the cider mill stat.
Yep.
Like that's it. Dude, are you kidding, Maz? No way. I would never do without my franchise. No way.
Yeah,
no way. No, because then you know what? Maybe you are lion free. To the people that make the lion free argument, maybe you are lion free. If no, dude, I'd be cool without him. No, you wouldn't. Maz. I love Maz. Maz is sitting here trying to tell me it'd be a break. You couldn't last a week.
I'd cry.
I know you would. You wouldn't last a week.
That's like a death in the family.
Like Maz would call me the first Sunday and go, "Hey, this is pretty cool, guys." And then by week 2, can't they just come back? You know that's what would happen.
Right.
Oh my God.
I'd be a fan from a different state. I'd be like Oakland fans right now. You still a Raiders fan, but it sucks that they in Vegas now. Like, I'm still a fan.
Right.
It's not the same, but I'm still a fan.
Look at the San Diego people. They lost their team.
Damn.
Never should have left.
If that happened, I couldn't be a fan of them. Like I'm so serious.
My friend Brian
I couldn't
swore off the NFL because of that.
Yeah, I couldn't. Like I'd still be an NFL fan, but the San Antonio Lions, right?
Yuck.
Oh, I'm still a Lion fan. F that?
Yeah.
No way.
I still do.
Would you really? I couldn't do it.
It would hurt my soul, but I would.
I couldn't do it.
It's part of my routine now. I can't. I'm lionized, as they say. It's over.
We get rid of the Lions. We bring back the Michigan Panthers.
This UFL.
No. I don't want to get rid of the Lions.
I know.
Never.
I don't either.
Never. This is I've made decisions in life, and I've made a lot of bad decisions, and one might argue this is one of them. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. There's
What a hapless leaping lion. I love him though, but he is hapless.
Maz, I feel like if you moved to Boston, you probably just convert to a Patriots fan easily.
No, bro. No.
Easily?
No.
Maz with a red Sox
Are you
jersey.
kidding me? First of all, I would never in a million years move there. Never.
Why
Ever.
not, Maz?
Because I hate it. I hate that whole New England area.
Why do you hate New England?
It can just wash away to the Atlantic, as far as I'm concerned. It ends at New York, Connecticut. The rest of them go.
Maz, were you at the Boston Tea Party?
I was not.
You don't like Maine?
No, screw Maine.
Really?
I root for the Patriots. It's part of New England.
It is part of
I
New
like
England.
Maine. I could hear Mads like after 10 years being in the hub.
Bullshit.
No, listen.
Bullshit.
Just like Detroit.
Don't even go there.
I spent 32 years in New Jersey, and how can I not be a fan of the Red Sox? I hated the Red Sox when I was younger. I guess I never knew how cool Foxborough is. Fuckering succotash.
I promise you. There's not a chance in hell I would ever root for them. Not a chance in hell.
Can you put those football grades up very quickly? I know we got to hit a break, and Scott Bischoff's coming in to talk draft with us as well, so we'll get into that.
Senior Bowl's going on.
Senior Bowl,
tomorrow.
and we'll talk some draft with them, no doubt about that. All right.
These are the hires for this year.
I love. How do you give somebody an F? Like, come on.
They didn't like Joe Brady.
Stefanski an A+.
Why?
Can I call a timeout?
Yeah. Why?
KG, can you tell me why?
What?
Why did you give Stefanski an A+? Like, I blame it on KG.
I know, right?
KG, I don't like how you did this ranking. Can you explain to me why you gave an A+?
No, because, I mean, when you look at the Giants, they already had pieces kind of established there. Not to say the Falcons had no talent, but I think a guy like Kevin Stefanski, who really accelerated the career of Nick Chubb, I think with Bijan, he can do wonderful things. And I think that, compared to the other teams, he's the biggest upgrade in terms of coaches that can come in and just make them a winner. So I really like that Stefanski hire. I think it was the best hire of the cycle.
I got to be honest, I kind of like the Saleh hire. I do. Why'd that get a D?
Especially now that he has.
Is it D for defense?
No, and it's one. Kevin Stefanski has been a 2-time coach of the year. Salah has failed as a head coach. So
Yeah.
One,
Well,
you've
there's
already failed
validity.
as a head coach, and you're going to the Titans.
D
So
is for Dayball, because he's got Dayball as his offensive coordinator.
D is for
So Joe Brady gets an F minus.
Yeah, I don't know how that's a F.
Did you see how excited Josh Allen was?
Yeah.
Like he was doing an interview with what's his name, McAfee. Brady was doing an interview with McAfee, and Josh Allen popped in with a big smile on his face and like participated in the like when you make a hire that makes the guys happy. How do you call that an F minus?
I don't know.
It doesn't mean it's going to win. It doesn't mean that it's going to work. All right, but boy, the team sure seems to like that, right?
Did you put votes in for Steelers F? Did you do that?
I don't.
Not all you?
I don't call it an F. I just think that's a horrible hire. I do. I think that's a horrible hire. A franchise like the Steelers with a guy that, and it might be Jerry Jones. In fairness, it might be Jerry Jones.
No, it's not.
But that guy looked toast the last time I saw him. He really did. He looked toast. It just disinterested, checked out, all that shit. He really did.
But he's a Yinzer.
Right. Hometown hero.
That's his home.
All right.
They'll be through with his ass after week.
All right, one more thing before we take a break, JB.
What's up?
Can we do the projected salary cap?
Oh.
Do you have the graphic for that?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
So we're short a few bucks. We're only
Short a few bucks.
We're only minus $5 million.
I don't think that means anything.
No, I don't.
That's what I always say.
I don't think it means
And then your
anything.
buddy Neil tells me that that's not how math works.
No, I think in this regard, I think Neil would agree with me. It's when you keep... Okay, the New Orleans Saints are a perfect example of that. All right? When you keep pushing... I just had deja vu.
Kicking the can.
I almost said something I shouldn't say, and I stopped myself. But when you keep kicking the can down the road, what do you think is going to happen? And I use the analogy all the time. Did you guys ever get into credit card trouble?
Oh, yeah.
I did as a young kid. Like, and it I'll pay the minimum. Nobody told me, because my dad had kind of given up on me, like we talked about in infancy. He's dumb. I can't help him, right?
Infancy.
So, like, I'll go, spend $500. Well, within a year, $500 turns into $1,500 because I'm an idiot and I'm proving my dad right by paying the minimum payment. And so New Orleans keeps kicking the can down the road, not knowing that the bill is eventually going to come in, or not even considering that the bill is eventually going to come in. So that's nothing, Maz. One. Just one. Pick a guy. Pick a guy. Restructuring.
Goff.
That's going to open so much money. It's
You're right.
absurd.
Him
That's
by
nothing.
himself is
That
gonna
doesn't mean a
open
damn thing.
Okay.
Doesn't mean a damn thing.
Good. So we can go shopping.
$41 million, and look at Kansas City.
Yeah.
There better be a lot of restructuring there, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you're the Saints and you don't have a lot of star power, you don't have a lot of guys. I mean, seriously, New Orleans Saints. Who you got? Who's the stud for the New Orleans Saints, right?
Taysom Hill.
Right.
Alvin Kamara.
Who's
Who are you going to restructure? You can't.
Tyler Show.
You
He
can't
don't
make
look
that.
bad.
Tyler Show.
He don't look bad, but in the Saints situation, you got to draft your way out of this hole.
You have to.
Like,
now
that's
you have
the
to.
only way.
Yep. There's going to be a couple of years of biting the bullet.
Yep.
There's going to be a couple years of biting the bullet.
But
All right, coming up, we've got Scott Bischoff coming up.
Shout out.
Senior Bowl. We're getting close to the real mock draft. UJB.
You did a
I would
couple?
say I did 25 mock drafts
Hey, there we go.
while I was watching hockey last night. I would say I did 25.
It is time.
Where do you want to go, though?
Let's hear from Mad Packs and them buddies. But first, let me clear up these super chats. I got a new one for you guys. Check this out. South Park JB.
Yeah.
Black
cartoon,
carpet.
JB.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
black carpet it is.
I need
Here
South
you guys,
Park.
I'm going in.
Can somebody make South Park Maz, please?
Oh shit.
With the cartoon voice?
yes.
Oh, We got $4.99 from
Leave me alone.
Dante151. He said the thing with Beasley, I think, is he is pseudo blacklisted from the NBA with what happened in the offseason during free agency. That's just a theory.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. You haven't really heard from him since then. I think he's still, like you said, under investigation. But I mean, if he's a free agent, I wouldn't mind if the Pistons went and got him. I just don't think they'll do it. So he's still in Detroit somewhere. He in the bunker somewhere. Don't let the feds get you.
We got $5 from Randall Smalls when talking about the Lions and Fred Warner with practice. Sounds like a wussy boy mentality to me. Damn.
Oh, Rando. Okay. It's not really, though.
In a more physical era, there were way less injuries. So that is, I don't know.
Well, bodies weren't built like this back in the 70s. The way these guys come out.
Well, maybe these guys should be drunks.
These guys are,
Damn.
They all look like The Rock. Yeah. These guys.
How much of it is overusage?
Yeah.
I need to repeat it.
Yeah.
And you got to remember, a lot of these guys had off-season jobs where they weren't doing the reps. And what was the old comment a Lion told me? Gosh damn it, who was I talking to? I was talking to one of the guys from yesteryear, and they basically said, man, camp was our chance to get back in shape. Can you imagine that? Like, think about that today.
Yeah.
A dude rolls into camp the first day of camp completely out of shape. No, that shit don't happen, man.
Yeah.
That shit don't happen. Overusage.
Yeah. Overusage in the weight room, too. Constant. It's a battle. Get to the finish line.
Shout out to our guy LeBarton. Sending in $4.99. He said, shout out WSN morning crew and chat on a Friday. Stay warm. Also, you guys need to start the show. It's regular delay time because I'm late.
Yeah, just
Sorry,
shout out Labarty. See, we got to adjust to Labartney's schedule. So
Sorry about that, LeBarton.
we'll start at 8:20 next time.
Lamarna, you should write to the WSN executive committee and tell them, look, I need these guys to start at 9:50.
What did we do? Did we do 8:06 today?
Something
Wait,
like that.
That's a big, like 4 minutes. That's pretty good.
Oh, we won't get no credit though. They'll show up when we late. We don't get no credit when we on time. No,
Never.
I'm playing, y'all. Relax.
Never. Shout out to Silas sending in $5. He said, in the preseason, sure, I can see live tackling, especially if you're not suiting starters, but we're not doing it in season, right? That's cousin stuff.
Yeah.
There's no reason to play your starters in the exhibition. There just isn't.
At this point.
I'm sorry.
Especially with the joint practices.
It does exactly.
Yeah,
it's there's no. That's why I know I sound like a broken record. That's why, and Mr. Kraft basically told me I was right a couple weeks ago. They're going to go to 18 games and 2 preseason games, and the preseason games are going to be even less.
I don't even think they should have those 2 preseason games, to be honest with you.
They will.
Just start it.
It's free money.
No, I know they will. I'm just, as a fan, I don't want to see them.
Yeah.
I'd rather go to the practices and watch the, 2 teams go at it at practice. I don't need to see it pay for a game.
I think the difficult part is if we're going to go from the fan angle is, though, not everybody can get in there to see it. Like, it's easy for us, get the media pass or whatever. So, one extra home game, you get that free gate, all that stuff. People are going to go.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's a chance to get autographs and stuff.
I say it all the
Lions
time.
fans.
You want to introduce a young kid to a game, take them to a preseason game.
Yeah.
Take them to a preseason. Now, I did it back when there were legitimately 15,000 people at the preseason games. I don't think we're going back to those days anytime soon.
Yeah.
Actually, I think they get that now.
No, preseason games be lit up.
They get more.
Oh, 1,000
Yeah.
more. Thousands of more. Sellout type stuff.
Yeah.
Legit. That's what I'm saying. Back in the day when my kids were younger, there were 50,000 people there.
Wide open.
Yeah.
It's like once the Tigers fall out of contention, pick the cheapest seat in the house and go sit anywhere you want.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
We got another $10 sent in from Silas. He said, takes 4 to 6 days for muscles to fully recover. Going hard without fully resting muscle makes other things compensate. Muscle
100
fatigue is the biggest danger. Lifting heavy in the gym. Couldn't imagine the NFL.
100%. It you can define that as wear and tear. Just over and over and over, the constant repetition. Yeah. I mean, it gets to you, man. It gets to you.
Oh,
and then at some point in time in your life, your doctor says to you, lower weight, higher reps. because you like honestly, you can't. Your ligaments, you can't. It sucks.
We found an answer to our question from Dante. Shout out. $9.99. He sends in the pass from Russell Wilson was Tremaine fucking Curse for a 33-yard play near the sideline hash to the Patriots 5 line.
I still.
That's
what
rough.
a game. What a back and forth that game.
That was still like Tom Brady's reaction was everybody's reaction.
Yeah, he was shocked.
Yeah, that was like
he was dead.
Yeah.
That's another loss. Dead. They were dead. Dead.
I still remember Richard Sherman's face.
Yeah.
After that.
Now what happens the next time they were in the Super Bowl? Belichick benches.
Who was that? Malcolm Butler?
Benches Malcolm Butler.
Yeah.
And never says why.
Yeah.
It's the stupidest shit.
Shout out to Shaolin Trap sending in $4.99. He said, "Okay, I'm back. What's up, y'all? I don't think we are so bad off after this recent offensive hire. Y'all keep giving the good word."
Appreciate that, brother.
I don't think we're that bad either. Like legit, okay?
No,
I don't think we're.
You could have made worse hires, but you also could have made maybe a better hire. But it's yet to be seen.
And overall, look,
bad,
as I sit here right now, are we going to be back in the playoffs next year? Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yep.
Are we a championship team? No, I don't believe it.
Maybe.
I don't believe it.
Patriots made it.
You have to do a lot of work between now and then. And that's why I use my own advice. Guys, did you know there's a free agency period? And then after the free agency period, there's the NFL draft. And you think it's over after that first date, but guess what? There's a second date. And then you're never going to believe this. There's a third date.
Wow.
No, really, there is. And then you can go get guys after that. But all I can do is judge it on, I can't let maybe come into play. All I can judge it on is what I know right now and the misgivings that this team has, or the misgivings I have about this team in particular on both sides of the ball and the defensive backfield. And I don't know how anybody right now, with the uncertainty in the defensive backfield and the issues on both sides of the line, yeah, man, this is a Super Bowl team. There's a lot of work to be done. We can revisit that come August. But you're lying to yourself if you don't acknowledge that today. On, what is it, January 30th?
Yep.
You're lying to yourself if you don't acknowledge that today. But we're a good team. This isn't a bad franchise. I don't think it's going anywhere. We'll see.
Shout out to our guy, LeBarney, once again sending in $4.99. He said 1,000% Maz would instantly turn into a commie Patriots fan and would stop liking third down sacks.
There's no doubt in my mind, LeBarney. No, I know Maz.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
You would be there 10 years ago. How can I not like the Patriots?
That's like you moving to Chicago and becoming a Bears fan. It's identical. Okay?
There's no way I could. No, if I lived in Chicago for like the next 40 years of my life, no way. No way. No way.
The only thing I like about the Patriots was Pat the Patriot on their helmet. That was it. Once he was gone, that was it.
Was he gallant?
Oh, he's totally, what a cool. It's a center dressed as a Patriot snapping a ball.
And he had the look on his face
He did.
and screamed,
It looked like,
"Who wants to play some football, bitch?"
You know who it reminded me of? Old John Hanna. Remember John
Yes.
Hanna? That's what we reminded me
Smart
of.
dog.
Yeah.
And finally, one more before we hit the break from Shaolin Trap. $4.99. Maz enjoys being the heel, but he's still rooted for Chicago. Never forget, Petra Farm remembers.
I remember Pepper's Farm, but I don't enjoy being the heel. I don't.
Yes, you do.
No.
You became a Bears fan out of spite. Be honest.
Yeah.
He did.
I said
That's, ladies and
That's
gentlemen.
not being a heel.
Yes, it does.
No.
You
I
let
explained to you. Your abuse of me. You, Neil,
Your
Stick.
abuse of me.
You guys made me.
Yeah.
You did.
And
you
and
made me
made
into
me
a
do
Caleb
this.
fan. You
and
did.
that's what turned you into a heel, Maz. It's crazy you don't like wrestling.
that's
You
your
had a
origin
wrestling
story.
storyline
So I'm a
right
heel.
here on
Yeah.
the show.
I'm a heel.
Yes.
Fine. I'm a heel.
Yes.
I don't enjoy it.
And then you denied that you were a Bears fan, only to admit it weeks later you were a Bears fan.
I got out of the chat, right? I don't want it. I don't need it.
See, you turned into
You
a
don't
heel.
need this kind of man in your life. I don't need it.
See, you really turned into the heel by turning your back on your friends. Stick and Neil are your friends.
right, let's hear from Mad Packs and them buddies.
All right, let me tell the people about Mad Packs. I hate y'all, man. If you're looking to elevate your rotation, listen up. You already know about the high-low pre-rolls. I know I do. The Boom Shakalaka live resin-infused tarantulas that we all love so much. Well, Mad Packs has something fresh for the new year. Mad Packs extracts and Blizzard packs. The perfect things to get you through this Michigan winter that somehow is not over yet. Stay tuned with Woodward Sports for all of the latest Mad Pack updates.
Hey, Buddy's Pizza is celebrating 80 years. You see Detroit-style pizza everywhere, right? There's one originator, and it's Buddy's. That magical pan, there's nothing like it. You just see that pan, and it brings so much joy. Maz, you're right. They were number one. Absolutely, positively, number one. The originator, the original Buddy-style pizza. And to help celebrate, Buddy's got some great new deals for you. Take advantage of these deals. The new signature special. Get any 4-square pizza, individual salad, and Buddy bread for only $29.99. Or you can get any 8-square pizza, medium salad, and Buddy bread for $39.99. Find out why people like Maz say Buddy's is number one. Visit your local Buddies and ask about their new signature specials today.
Like a frostbite straight from the divine. Cold rush on my skin feels so fine. Muscle freeze, it's a ache. No side effects, no mistake. Chill Sub-Zero. Icy and true. Feel the chill. It's all for you. It's not magic, just science play. Chill Sub-Zero.
Thank you to all the fans for making Woodward Sports your number one online destination for Detroit sports. We promise not to drop the ball.
It's game on at Art and Jake's. Wings, burgers, pizza, and ice-cold drinks served up with attention to detail. Wall-to-wall TVs, great service, and a vibe that keeps your crew coming back. Art and Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
The most talked about Detroit media by other Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment. $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
It's Friday. You know, it really doesn't matter what day it is, because if you're a Jack's Car Wash Unlimited Club member, you can go and wash your car every single day of the year, twice a day, if you want it. There's over 40 locations here in Michigan. JacksCarWash.com. Matter of fact, I'll give you a free car wash right now. Just text WSN to that number on the screen, 888-522-1729. Enjoy top-tier service, free vacuuming. They have the dashboard wipes for you. You can clean your windows, and just make sure you take care of your car wash professionals. Those guys are freezing the you-know-what's off right now to keep your car looking good. So hit the Jack's Car Wash. Make sure you tell them Woodward Sports sent you.
All right, Senior Bowl tomorrow. It's officially mock draft season, guys. For JB, I think it started in mid-November.
Oh, yeah.
I had the early jump on it.
I started dabbling, like I told you, Thanksgiving afternoon. That's when I literally said, okay, it's time. You may not want to do it, but that's inconsequential. It is there. And always love to catch up to an old buddy of mine. He does a fantastic job for so many different entities. He really does. You sometimes see him here. As a matter of fact, I'll see if we can request his presence again. Had a blast doing a draft show the second day last year with you, KG, and this guy. Let's welcome him in. Scott Bischoff kindly joining us. Look at
Scott.
Scooter. Look at Scoot. How are you, Scoot?
I'm pretty good. How are you? Hi, Tom.
Hey, Scotty.
I love when you try to play legit. It's one of my favorite things. I'm pretty good. I know you, okay? So we can have fun with it. Scott, every year, I know you and I have talked about this for years. At one point in time, we're going to have to thank Mel Kiper for this becoming what it's become. Let's be honest. But every year it seems to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and certainly it starts with the game tomorrow.
Yeah, we can thank Mel Kiper at some point, but it's not going to be today. How about that?
Damn right.
Hey, what are you leaning right now? Because I know you and I have done this for so many years. We've had these conversations, and usually after the Underwear Olympics, we start to see things kind of shape up and hear what NFL teams are actually thinking right now. But Scott, at what point are we in this process when you look at some of these big boards and you see some of these mock drafts that are already out there and have been out there in a plethora, let's be honest, are we pretty close to the way that things might shake out, or is there still a lot of work to be done?
This is not a good draft, and it's not even a real good draft at the top.
Ooh,
yeah, love to hear that.
Right. So
that sucks.
It's not great.
Yeah, but it's there are going to be premium positions players who are going to get kind of jammed at the top of the draft when all is said and done. That'll be like offensive tackles and that kind of stuff. You're seeing some of that in the mock drafts and some of the top 50 lists. There's a grouping of offensive tackles that are sitting in the mid to late 20s. Those guys will probably rise. There's not a lot of. There's a couple good receivers. There's a few premium tackles, maybe. There's some good edge players, but there are questions in and around even the elite guys in this class. So it's just overall, it's not a great class, and it's going to lead to a lot of, I think draft night will look a lot different than like it normally does. The mock drafts are always all over the place, but teams are going to make sort of declarations in this draft that they're going to pick the players that they view might get a second contract from them, and it could lead to some strange looking picks, on draft night.
Scott Bischoff kindly joining us, and I know the guys have some questions. Scott, I want you to piggyback on what you just said, because what I'm looking at right now, I think we all know what the Lions' needs are. Really both sides of the line. There's no doubt about it. And I'm of the opinion, the people that are looking for sexy, I'm not sure it's going to be there, because you need an interior guy, you need a tackle. We'll get into the edge stuff, because what we think they need and what Brad Holmes thinks they need hasn't kind of been on the same page the last couple of years. But the one that really jumps out to me is the interior line, because it really is, as you said, and if you can you expound on that? Because as I look at this right now, Scott, as I look at the potentials for the interior line, it seems like there might be a couple that go there, and then there's a huge drop-off into like the 50s and 60s. Is that a fair assessment of where it's at?
Are we talking interior offensive line?
Yeah, interior offensive line.
Yeah. There are some players. Vega Ione from Penn State will go. Yep. He's going to go pretty early. But then again, we're talking about guard, right? So I don't know to me, the line build on in the future, moving away from Taylor Decker. Taylor Decker has, I mean, he's given the Lions everything he has. It's just physically, is that good enough right now? Are they have talked openly about learning from the Frank Ragnow experience last year, and they're not going to let that happen to him again. So to me, that means that you're taking tackle somewhere pretty early in this draft, but they're in a unique position that they have Penei Sewell. They can move him to play left tackle. So if they draft a right tackle, they can make that work. But it's complicated, right? So and there's going to be a lot of decisions in and around that specific thing. They also need a center. My hope is they bolster the center position in free agency, because there is no good center in this particular draft that's going to come in, that is going to come in and play to a certain level that's not going to give you the same kind of problems you had last year. So to me, it's just you're right. There's a few guys maybe there will be some tackles who played tackle in college who are going to have to go inside to play in the NFL. So maybe that's part of the consideration is, if we take this tackle and he fails at tackle, he can play guard for us at a pretty high level. But if you're talking to pick 17, that seems like a little underwhelming, I suppose. But again, it's not a great draft. There are going to be players who might be available to them that are intriguing, but thinking about getting somebody who's going to come in right now and be a difference maker it's kind of like I'm not so sure about that.
Do you think that Tate Ratledge will eventually be the center? That's something I know they worked at. There was a week last year that they did it. I'm asking you the impossible, but I need to ask it anyway. Do you think that's eventually going to happen? Do you think that might be a good option?
It could happen. I don't know. It's a great option, because if that happens, you're leaving a hole at right guard. And he did play. I thought he kind of struggled early in the season, but he played pretty well towards the end of the season. I'd say the last 4 to 6 games he played, he played pretty good. I don't know that I would move him. I think that he and Sewell together, the physicality and all that stuff, makes some sense to leave it there. But the problem is that you can't have some of the pressure you had last year coming from the interior. You can't leave that just kind of twisting in the wind this year. You just can't do that. So if they have to do that, I suppose they could. But that to me means that they have either failed in the free agency process or possibly even in the draft to recognize a problem. And it's a problem that they can't just they can't let linger. So. The only thing I would say to that is if the plan is right now for Ratledge to go play center, fine, But if the plan is if what happens is they move him at some point during training camp, after all these decisions have been made, I would think that would not be a good sign for them.
Right. I agree, and good to talk to you again, Scott. I wanted to ask you a little bit more about that, because I don't know if the Lions are in the market to pay a Tyler Lindenbaum maybe upwards $20 million. That is the rumor of what he's going to get. In the event, let's say they were to move Tate to center, is there any guards that you would maybe look at in this draft early on within the first 2 rounds? And what does that position look like going into the draft?
There are a couple. The Penn State kid is definitely going to go very early. There are a few I think that could work in the scenario where we're trying to still resolve as far as who's gonna make that jump for them. Jennings Dunker from Iowa plays right tackle for them. I think he has to go inside to play guard. When I watch him play, he looks like a guard, or even a player who might potentially be a pretty dominant center at some point. Just because of the physicality and his ability to move people off the ball. Thinking about him blocking down on, defensive tackles and that kind of stuff, it's intriguing, but he labors on the edge, and I don't think he's got the foot speed to hang out there. So there will be options for them if they decide they need to go guard, to bolster the interior of their offensive line. But we're talking pick 17. and it feels rich to do that. But I mean, if that's the choice that they make, that they're going to play Ratledge at center, and everything else is just kind of resolves itself from there, so be it, I guess. It leaves the tackle position unaddressed in round 1, though, and that makes me wonder a touch.
No, I definitely agree with that. And I wanted to ask about the other side of the trenches because I'm still holding out hope that they're going to get an edge rusher in a higher round than round 6, And we got Hassanin last year. Still don't know what that kid's going to be about. But I think there is a need there, especially considering you're not probably bringing back AQM and Pascal as well. So do you think that there's a chance, and I know they don't have a 3rd-round pick, that's probably where I would see them taking an edge rusher, but is there any chance they take an edge? And if so, who are some of the guys that you're looking at maybe from rounds 2?
TJ Parker from Clemson has had a really good week this week. He's very physical. There are times when that physicality shows up with his film. There are also times when it would be like, there are times where he leaves you just wanting a little more, like, yeah, it's all physical and stuff, but go get the ball carrier kind of thing. I would think that he would be, if he was there at pick 50, that'd be a reasonable thing to grab, but I don't know that he will be there at pick 50. Again, he's had a pretty good week this week. I'm trying to, so that it's another Lions problem is they have they've kind of gotten stuck in the mold and the model of wanting really big, squeeze the edge types at the edge.
Yeah. They don't like speed rushers a lot.
You would hope that they would they would see some of the things that are happening out there, and they'd be a little more comfortable with some of that speed and quickness. Because, when you play as much man as they do, you need to get home.
Thank
and
you.
Sometimes, just squeezing things from the edge is not necessarily going to work. But, there will be some. Derek Moore from Michigan has had a really good week this week.
He looks
there
good.
He's a little undersized for them, though. He's around 250 pounds, and they like those, 270 plus pound guys. And, so we'll see. There definitely will be options in this draft. I would say tackle is going to be, sprinkled into the first 3-4 rounds range. You're going to get pretty good players. The same thing can be said for edge. There is one edge player I think that should be on the radar, and it's Akeem Messidor from Miami.
Okay.
He's older. He's 25, but he would come in. You'd have to take him at pick 17. But he would come in right now and be an impactful player right now. People would complain about it because he's 25. But it's like the window's now. Let's get help now.
Amen.
So I mean, there are options. There's plenty of things, sprinkled in this draft that are going to be fine. It's just they have a lot of decisions and a lot of complicated things to resolve before we get to draft. Like, what are you doing with Brian Branch and Sam Laporta with their injuries? What's the contract status of those guys? It could be a bit of an unknown going into the season. I don't know. What are you doing with Gibbs and Jack Campbell? I think those guys are going to get paid, but there's those things. Then there's what are you doing with center with the tackle position? They are in a luxury that they do have Penei Sewell. Again, they can move him if they have to. Do you want to do that though? I don't know. I mean, he's the best. He's the best right tackle in the game. I'm not sure moving him is a great idea, but then the opposite side of that coin is it's easier to find a right tackle than it is a left tackle.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a little bit of a luxury there, but these are things they're going to have to resolve, and these are huge franchise-changing decisions, and they have a lot of them, that they're going to have to resolve before free agency, I would think.
Our good buddy, Super Scout himself, Scott Bischoff, joins us. Scotty, you said it, Kirby, Branch, and then let's throw in Rakestraw and Arnold. 4 very high draft picks in the last few years, all now with a huge question mark. Do they draft a corner or a safety early?
They could. I mean, it wouldn't be unreasonable to do that. I mean, there'll be good corners, like Jermon McCoy from Tennessee would be in that range of like a really good player at 17. Toledo has a safety. His name is Emmanuel McNeil Warren. He's awesome. I don't know what's in the water down there in Toledo,
Yeah,
but something.
we missed out on the big guy. We missed out on the original Toledo guy, Quinion Mitchell. Yeah.
But McNeil Warren's really good. I could see them. A lot of what they do on defense is driven from their safety play, and because you have massive unknowns, I mean it's reasonable to think that they could do that. We're not taking positions off the board today. I suppose we're making it a little wider than I'm sure people want to hear. They could do anything, and it would make sense in this draft.
They've done in the past. They have been, instead of drafting for need, they've drafted best player available. So let's throw something out there. If there's a tight end, top of the line tight end at 17.
This town would riot if they took a tight end at 17.
Yet they ranked him. Oh, he's our 8th guy on the board. He's here at 17. Do they take a tight end then, or a different position that they really don't need?
Oh hell no!
They could take a different position for sure. I would think that looking at their weapons and seeing that there is a lack of ability to get all their weapons the football already, that drafting a tight end that early would sort of be reckless, unless Laporta's much more injured than we think. It would be a little bit reckless just because you're not going to be able to get him the ball. So then you're gonna ask that guy to block a lot because they are going to play a lot of 12 personnel, 1 running back, 2 tight ends. But you're not taking a blocking inline tight end at 17. You're just not doing that. But a different position, sure. I could see them having a player like Peter Woods fall to them. He's a defensive tackle from Clemson. If he's there at 17, they might think this dude changes everything on our defensive line, and he might. So I wouldn't. There's another position. I wouldn't rule it out. I wouldn't rule out guard. I wouldn't rule out tackle. I wouldn't. They're gonna, pick from a wide range of positions, but a lot of that's going to be determined by what happens in free agency.
Got it.
Yep. Scott, last one for me. And we do assume they'll take a tight end in the draft, maybe later. I assume much later. But I wanted to ask you this because you follow the prospects very closely. And this QB, not saying the Lions will get one, but I just want your overall thoughts on the QB room in terms of draft, because I think this is another year in which you're looking at guys and saying, I don't know, man. This class looks pretty weak to me, but what say you about the quarterbacks in this draft class?
Yeah, I mean it's Fernando Mendoza at the top, and then I don't know where Ty Simpson ends up. I really don't. I Trinidad Chambliss is a very intriguing player to me.
Neil told me he can't play in the NFL.
Who said that?
My buddy Neil Rule. He told me he can't play in the NFL.
Okay, we'll see. I don't know where. I don't know where he's going to go. It wouldn't stun me if some team looked at him and they thought, "Wow, he reminds me a lot like Baker Mayfield, right?" And he kind of plays that sort of stylistic game. And you watch the second half of the Georgia game, and he is just unreal. In a normal class, I don't think he would get squeezed up higher than maybe the 3rd round. But this is not a normal class. It's not a great class at all. So could a team fall in love with a player like Chambliss? Yeah, they could. And, maybe it's a team like Pittsburgh or, I don't know. I don't really know. There's a little bit still to be determined on that, but just from a playmaking standpoint and the ability to do things off script, and then looking at some of what he did do this year, he's intriguing, but again, it's hard to know. Yeah, but to answer the question, it's a bad quarterback class.
Scott, 3 quick things before we let you go, and really appreciate you. Hopefully you'll be able to do some things around draft time with us. Check out Scott on Twitter, DetroitLionsPodcast.com, and FootballGuys.com. 3 quick hits. Can I go back to the tight end thing? Isn't the tight end class a little bit like that in the regard that there's kind of one, I don't know, golden goose, if you will? Is it Sadiq from Oregon, and there's a huge drop-off after that? Isn't that kind of what the tight end class looks like right now?
It does, and specific to the Lions, I would think that they would be looking significantly later in the draft for tight ends because they need more blocking type guys like Riley Nowakowski from Indiana is a kind of a player that I would think that they would be interested in because Indiana did a lot of stuff where they just, all right, you handle the defensive end on that side of the ball and we're going to run the other way. And we trust that you can do that kind of stuff. And he did. So, he was able to open up a lot of things for their running game and then sprinkled into their passing attack, that kind of stuff. But he's, it's that kind of stuff where you're talking rounds 4, 5, 6 range where you need a guy who can come in and be an inline blocker, who can play in 12 personnel, but not necessarily you have to worry about peppering him with targets because you have Laporta. So, but yeah, Kenyon Sadiq is the cream of the crop in the class, and then there's a bunch of I think there are good passing game weapons in the class, but I wouldn't think that the Lions would be targeting that. I think they're looking for inline blocking guys who can get a little bit later.
All right, and Maz always gets mad at me and thinks that I'm plotting and scheming against him, so I'm asking this question for Maz. All right, number one, how did Caleb Williams look with his shirt off when you saw him at the Underwear Olympics? Did his chest, the rippling muscles, did it glisten in the sun? So that's helping Maz out. And number two, what do you think of Caleb Williams' trajectory?
I'm not going to answer the first one because that's a loaded question.
Yeah.
I'm not. It's interesting because
was he gallant? Can you at least give me that? Was he gallant with his shirt off and his tight shorts?
He was a beautiful man. Right? I mean, that's it in a nutshell. And I was jealous.
You should be.
Yeah. To answer the question about his trajectory, he does the craziest stuff. Everybody's seen it. He might have one of the strongest arms, for doing for making just strange throws in the NFL. But if you look at his overall play from a play to play standpoint, I think it's still there's a lot of meat left on the bone there. It should scare Lions fans that he's doing these splash plays that he's capable of making while also growing as a player. I mean, he did grow significantly in year 2 from year 1, but that has a lot to do with coaching scheme, super smart things that they're doing there. I think there will always be moments where he's inconsistent at times, but he's going to make up for that with some of the splash plays that he makes. If he becomes a much more consistent version of himself, he's going to be a problem.
All right,
that's that's the question about him though, and that's been the question all along. Is he wants to do the Superman stuff while ignoring the minutia of the play in play out stuff.
100%.
Right, so you still see those things, and you see the inconsistency and the passes that are wayward here and there. But we all have to recognize that his talent is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Matt's pants went around his ankles, so I wanted to point that out to everybody. Don't ever say I don't do anything for you.
Let's see how they treat me, Scott. This is how they treat me all year long.
It is openly disrespectful.
It is. The guy is going to be an issue. He's going to be an issue.
Decision making is a big issue.
Sean with his medicine balls is.
He does. He throws medicine balls, Scott. Admit it.
I understand that. He makes up for it. You heard, Scott. He makes up for it.
I'm trying to play both sides of the fence here because I'm terrified of what he's going to be in the future.
I'm trying to tell
you.
Should be. Yeah, keep an eye on him. That's all I'm saying.
All right. God bless you,
Scott.
Scott.
He needs to grow, though, as a player. I mean, he does.
God bless you, Scott. Always appreciate you. Make sure you check out Scott's fine work, and hopefully we'll be tapping in a lot with him over the next few months. Always a pleasure, pal. Thank you.
See you, Scott.
Anytime, guys. We'll see you.
All right, Scott Bischoff kindly joining us. Yeah, it's
good stuff. I didn't realize it was that bad a draft.
Well,
so that tells me another thing now. You better hit the free agency.
Let me ask you something. If you had to right now, Tom Mazaway, your Tom Mazaway's 3 top positions of need for the Detroit Lions, what would they be?
Center.
And if you say tight end, I'm going to throw an A game.
No, well,
They need one. It's not.
They need one, but it's not a top need.
They're a free agent tight ends. David Njoku is available.
You can go grab tight ends.
They're not getting Njoku, by the way. He costs way too much.
All right.
You think he's going to cost?
So
He's
interior offensive line.
Yes.
Okay.
2 of those.
Okay. Interior offensive line.
Maybe a linebacker.
Offensive tackle.
Yep.
I would put linebacker up there too.
Linebacker.
I would still say an edge guy.
Yeah.
And I know he's not going to do it, but I would, me personally, I would still say an edge guy.
I need a safety.
Okay. So would you agree, KG, I think you're on the same page as me.
Yeah.
All right? Would you agree that we're all in unison? My jaw would drop if Brad grabbed an edge guy, right?
Oh, yeah.
First
Early?
round?
Yeah, first
17
round.
overall?
Yeah, I doubt his first round.
My jaw would drop, all right?
I think you absolutely, like Scott Bischoff alluded to, you have to get a tackle. Especially if you don't plan on, moving Tate or things of that nature, then I don't think you have to prioritize guard right away. You go get a tackle in the first round. Second would probably be edge. I need both trenches taken care of, man. So I would like to see an edge player in the second round. And then, I don't know, third priority, I guess you would say somebody in the safety room. And you could maybe solve that in free agency, but maybe they draft a guy. But corners, I think you can get by with the corners that you have. You still have DJ Reed. Ennis Rakestraw will be back, hopefully. And then you have TA. So I think you're good there, but you do need a safety.
Okay, the reason why I bring that up is because if you listen to what Scott said and you look at a lot of the boards, and I just want to say this again, they can change, okay, when we start to find out what people say, all right? It seems that interior offensive linemen, as I brought up to Scott and he agreed with, it seems like the interior offensive linemen, there's one, and then a huge drop-off. The kid from Penn State, okay? Offensive tackle, you're going to have some options. You know where you're really going to have options? Edge.
Really?
You're really going to have. Well, I'm just looking at one right now. Okay. Do you know how many edges they have in the top 20? They have 4 different guys in the top 20.
Nice.
And just outside of the top 20, there are 2 more, including the kid that he brought up from Miami.
Yeah.
So there's 6 potential edges that you could take.
Are you all right drafting a 25-year-old edge?
1,000%.
Because he plugs right in.
And let's see what the Egyptian magician holds as well. Now, as he said, there's Ione at Penn State if you're talking interior offensive line, and then a huge drop-off. Nobody else is graded as a first-rounder. You go well into the second round, okay? Offensive tackles, there are a plethora. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys, at least right now, that are given those quote-unquote first-round grades. So if you follow along the tea leaves in that regard, I'm not sure the interior answer comes in the first round. If I were a betting man, I would say offensive tackle all day. If I were a betting man, I would say offensive tackle all day.
I agree. Get that O-line. But you know what? I'm moving Penei to the left side. I am.
Well, and it's that beautiful world, to be honest with you, where need and BPA might just intersect.
Yeah.
At 17, we might have, wait a second, we need that tackle. Oh, holy shit. Look at 3 of the next 5 highest graded guys happen to be offensive tackles.
Right.
And that's when your pants come off, right?
Which side, though?
Are
you drafting a left tackle, or are you moving the best left tackle that come out of the draft 4 years ago
but he's
over
not,
to his spot?
He's not a left tackle anymore. He's years removed from playing left.
4
I
years.
get it. It would make sense to maybe move him over, but I'm just not ready to do that. He's all pro at right tackle.
Yeah.
He's been right tackle since he's been in the league.
He'll be all pro
I
at left
would
tackle.
much rather just leave him there and just go get your left tackle with the future.
I'd rather protect my quarterback.
And this is what's interesting right now. I mean, it really is again, it's January 30th, man. In 2 months from now, it might be a completely different board, right? Right now, what? Okay, offensive tackle. There seem to be options there. There seem to be. I can't see him taking a linebacker in line 1. I can't.
No, not in the first round.
I can't see that. I think you're talking about, and I will say the same thing. I would use two later picks on cornerback. Take your chances later on. Grab your wide receiver. See if you can get the kid from Missouri. I love the kid from Missouri.
No more wide receivers.
Come on, what's the kid's name? He's going to take a wide receiver.
No.
You know what? He'll take one later. I'm convinced of it. I'm
Yeah,
telling
like
you right
6th
now.
or 7th round, maybe.
Yeah, I'm convinced. And who knows? What we don't know right now
We over that,
is
JB.
Brad has shown he'll make some
I'm still
deals.
not.
Maybe he gets himself a couple extra picks somewhere along the line or whatever. And yeah, we'll see. It'll be fun.
It's early, but still fun to chat about.
It's a good conversation to have. It really
Senior
is.
Bowl's tomorrow, guys. NFL Network, 2:30, and the coaching staffs are from the Saints and the Eagles.
You know what'd be great? If we had our own in this town, forget Senior Bowl, we could call it Intern Olympics. Because our interns would kick the shit out of your interns. I'm telling you right now. There's a gun show in the back of the room right now.
No, shout out Q.
I'm telling you, listen, Q will take on any of your interns. Any of them.
Intern Alex is like a black belt, by the way. Did you know that?
Bring one, bring all.
Yeah, he's a wrestler. Guess what, Maz? He's a professional wrestler.
Over here. I got Zeus over here, and I got Van Damme in the other side of the room.
Yep.
Our interns will kick the shit out of you.
We're protected.
Zeus and Van Damme.
We are
That's crazy.
protected. We got left side, right side, all protected.
Why do you think I'm being so nice to this gentleman?
I agree.
That man broke 3 skulls on the way into work today.
He almost broke a camera,
How many skulls have you broken in your life? He broke 3 skulls on the way to work.
Right. He almost broke a camera, too. But, we ain't going to talk about that. Shout out Q, man.
He doesn't know his own strength.
Oh, I'm getting angry.
No, Q. Go to the light. Don't get angry.
I'm getting angry.
Q, do you want to come on air?
You wouldn't like him when he's angry.
Hey, seriously, Van Damme and Zeus.
Van Damme.
Come one, come all. You think you got tough interns? Well, our interns will kick the shit out of your interns.
I do agree.
And then we have Cartoon JB.
I will literally be
South Park.
I will be Don King, and I'll promote that to the intern Olympics, right? And I'll bring Q up on the stage, and Q will be going like this, and I'll be standing behind him like one of those wrestling guys. Come on, bitches! Look what Q's got for you. I'll be Jimmy Hart.
Right.
All right, JB's got to get out of here. JB, do you got to leave now, or do you want to read the whatchamacallits?
Super chats.
We probably got to hold off on the super chats.
Okay, yeah.
We'll save them for the end of the show.
God
We'll
bless
get
you,
them read,
JB.
Yep.
Devious, where are we going?
Let's hear from Sun Cruisers, and then do we do BlackRock?
No, I got to do Art and Jake's because tonight's a big night.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, let's
Got
do
to.
Art and Jake's. Yeah, Sun Cruisers and Art and Jake's.
Legit, last night watching hockey, I was pounding Sun Cruisers. No, legit. You know what? Shame on me. I should have taken a picture. You can pound Sun Cruisers too. It was a great drink during football. We had it during the pregame show. It's a great drink anytime. It's smooth. It's only 100 calories, 4.5% alcohol. It gets the job done. It is one of those great drinks when you're outside on a nice spring day. Man, I need it so badly. I need that nice spring day so badly. And you will need Sun Cruiser as well. They got the peach, they got the raspberry, they got the pink lemonade, they got the lemonade. Continue to let the good times roll with Sun Cruiser and Woodward Sports. Please drink responsibly.
Hey, guys, tonight's the night. Tonight is the night. We're going to
Blue.
talk about this when we come back.
Go Green.
But tonight, head on out to Art and Jake's in East Lansing, Michigan, Michigan State, Woodward Sports. We're hosting it. It's the watch party. Art and Jake's in East Lansing tonight. The Wolverines heading into the Breslin. 1.5 favorite, by the way, over the Spartans. Spartans have won
masterclass.
Spartans have won
Loading.
7 of their last 10. So it's number 1 against number 7 tonight. We're going to watch it live on 80 big screens, 22 draft beers on tap. They have a great Diet Coke pour as well. Great soda pour at Art and Jake's. Perfect mix, I promise you.
Of course, Maz, though.
And a great menu loaded with fan favorites, that half-pound Fairway cheeseburger. Get that and try that Bang Bang shrimp. So tonight,
Bang, bang.
whether you're rocking the maize and blue or the green and white, go enjoy the game at Art and Jake's in East Lansing, guys. We'll see you there.
Woodward Sports is your #1 source for all things Detroit sports. Start your day with the Sean Baligian Morning Show from 8 to 10 a.m. Rolling into Big D Energy with Neil Rule, Jerry Foster, and Red Wing great Darren McCarty. Then make sure you're watching the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep from 2 to 4 p.m. Michigan great Braylon Edwards and the elite Matt Shepard break down all the biggest sports stories. End your day with the Woodward Heavyweights. Join Spencer and EZ nightly from 5 to 7 p.m. Every day. All the sports. All Detroit. Live on the Woodward Sports Network. Detroit's #1 sports network. Head to woodwardsports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. Woodwardsports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at woodwardsports.com. A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports. Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shep Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Hey, corporations, the government, even your insurance company, they will do whatever it takes to minimize their liability and withhold your compensation. So when something goes wrong, you need to make Ben Johnson your first call. You get the fighter in your corner. Contact Ben today at benfights.com. And I think something we can all relate to, more on that in a second. Shout out to our friends at Sharon's Heating and Air Conditioning. We're so glad they're a part of what we do here. And they've been around the community for 40 years now.
They fixed our thermostat, too, for us.
In and of itself kind of tells you.
I don't know if that was shared.
The job that they do. When you're around that long, you must be doing something right. With winter in full swing, now is the perfect time to schedule regular maintenance to keep your heating system running safely and efficiently all season long. If your system ever breaks down unexpectedly, Sharon's has you covered with fast, dependable emergency service when you need it most. Go check out their website, sharonsheating.com, or you can give them a call at 734-238-3805. That's 734-238-3805. Tell them the Woodward Sports Center. Like that?
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yes.
I always back off. Sorry.
It's all good.
That's tough. You're standing and you got to move around and stuff.
Right. Can I bring up, and this might be a conversation for two, Maz, I know what a huge fan you are. And for people out there that don't know this, Maz is a huge fan of the Adam West Batman show.
My hero.
What was it, like 66 to 68 or whatever?
But
Bow.
They had 2 shows a week.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of episodes.
All right, so this was on incessantly in reruns when we were kids. I don't know how much you guys saw of it. But there was a character on that show when I was a little kid that, Maz, I'm not joking. You're going to laugh at me. Do you know what one character scared me? Like scared the shit out of me?
False Face?
No, not False Face. You call me False Face, and that's mean. Mr. Freeze. Scared the shit out of me. I don't know what it was. It was the paint on him or whatever.
Mr. Freeze.
I feel like the Woodward compound is like Mr. Freeze's compound.
Yep.
Because remember he had that button and he could immediately freeze a room and then warm up a room?
He could divide the room between heat and cold.
Listen to me. I challenge you guys. If we take another break, okay? Walk out of the studio. When you walk into the main area, the temperature goes up 15 degrees. Okay? When you walk into the area right in front of the bathroom,
where we are,
where the water fountain is and near your office, the temperature drops 50 degrees.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is freezing.
That's funny.
I am not being funny.
So the bathroom is cold.
No, then you walk into the bathroom and the bathroom's warm.
The bathroom's warm as shit.
Okay.
I want to do the show from there.
It's Like literally, the bathroom, that 50 degrees it dropped right in front of the bathroom. You immediately pick back up going into the bathroom. So Mr. Freeze is out there controlling rooms.
Do you know there were 3 Mr. Freezes?
Here we go. See, I blame me. That's what I get for bringing this
3
shit up.
Mr.
My favorite was the great George Sanders, who committed suicide just about a year after that show.
Well, if my life job was Mr. Freeze, I'd probably kill
he was a great actor up till then.
I'm sure
that was one of his last.
Well, that's where he probably said, "Boy, where's my career gone wrong? I'm putting silver paint on my face and playing Mr. Freeze."
Do you know actors and actresses lined up and fought to be on that show?
I'm sure they did.
They did. The second one was, the third one was Eli Wallach. Otto Preminger was the second one, former, very famous director. Then Eli Wallach was the third Mr. Freeze. So 3 different Mr. Freezes.
The one that spoke with it was almost like a Germanic accent.
That was the first, George Saunders.
That scared the hell out of me.
Yeah.
That dude scared me.
Could
you imagine Q? Could you imagine Q putting on that white stuff and being Mr. Freeze? I'd be terrified.
Are you trying to get Q to do whiteface? What we doing here?
That's a good point. The phone just rang.
Yeah, right.
You know what?
I'm just asking questions.
My phone just rang.
Damn it.
Kenny.
All right. Michigan State tonight. Of course, we got the shindig. It's fantastic. I don't care what anybody says, all right? Can I be adult just for a second? Just for a second, all right? I love when both teams are doing well.
I know, right?
It's better.
It adds a lot of juice.
It's better, okay? Like I always want the Buckeye in the other room's going, screw you both, right?
I forgot.
Yeah, and you want to take that up with them? You
Disgusting.
Go right ahead.
You get out my fucking booth with that Buckeye shit.
You go ahead and take it up with him. I deal with that shit. Listen, all jokes aside, I like it better when they're both good. I am so serious. And I'm not trying to be a dick. When Michigan State dismantled Michigan multiple times there in the aughts, and in particular, I think the 13 and 14 games were like non-competitive. Mm-hmm. I am not being funny. And my Michigan friends thought that I was being swarmy. And I'm like, listen, I admit I'm swarmy. I admit it. I openly admit it. I take my little jabs at Maz and stuff like that. I was not being, it wasn't as fun. It was not as fun. It just wasn't. And I still remember Braylon going, I cannot believe it. We're losing 35-11 or whatever. And I got Michigan fans having a celebration that we finally scored a touchdown against Michigan State for the first time in 3 years.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we're down 24 points.
Right.
And people got mad at Braylon for saying that. It was like cuckoo shit, right? And I'm so serious when guys, are you ready? I like Dusty May. Am I allowed to say that? I don't know if I'm not allowed to say that.
You're absolutely allowed.
He's only been around for a few years.
He seems like a good dude.
He's damn good.
He seems like a good dude. And I like that he added some salsa to the rivalry last year. I do. I don't take great offense at shit like that. I just don't. Now, I know what you were doing. It's better to say nothing, okay? Just say nothing, and I'll give a tip of the cap and go, that's pretty cool, okay? I know what was going on Senior Day last year. So do they. But that adds to it. That's fun. Now, I'm done being adult, right? Screw Michigan. I hope they lose by 30 points tonight. I hope that Izzo embarrasses them and proves to everybody what a fraud they are, which they aren't. Right? But that's the way, right?
This is the way it should be.
This is the way it should be. And I want one of the nicest human beings ever who, much like me, I've heard you say, man, how do you dislike Tom Izzo? If you don't like Tom Izzo, that's not Tom Izzo's fault.
No, it's not.
I'm being 100% sincere.
I have a couple of friends that hate him, and
of course they do. But you know why?
No, it's not even that. They think he's swarmy and he's a cheater. That's what they've been telling me for years, and I've defended him day in, day out.
I've never heard that one.
Against
cheater,
those
yeah,
cheater? I never heard that one.
Yeah, that's
swarmy maybe a little bit, but
he can be.
He's definitely swarmy, but
he can be. He knows it.
I got a great soundbite from him.
Well,
on the rivalry.
Spartans have won 7 of the last 10, and that means nothing. I'm going to say this
Put
again.
Put up that graphic for me.
And I know I'm going to tick off some of my Spartan brethren, I think that Michigan is a team that can win a national championship.
Absolutely.
I mean that. I'm not sure Michigan State can win a national championship. I'm not sure.
I think they can be a Final Four team. That's as far as I'm willing
And it
to
would
go.
be nice because, like, I'm so tired of hearing what Shirley would have been in 2020.
Right.
I'm so tired. Stop talking about that. Now get back to another Final Four. Let's then we can stop talking about what surely would have been in 2020, right?
Yeah.
I think Michigan is a team that can win a national championship. I really do. I think that's a different. Now, does that mean that Michigan State has no chance against them? Of course not, especially up there. But I don't think that stuff matters anything, Maz. With all due respect, you're just doing your job, pointing that out. I think that these are two teams that could both potentially reach a Final Four.
They can.
I don't know. I'll ask the Spartan fans. Do you think this is a Michigan State team that can win a championship?
Why not?
Why not? I don't.
It's too early yet. I don't. Let's see how they get rolling. If you start rolling and play well in the Big Ten tournament, get a good seeding.
Yeah.
You never know. Again, I keep bringing up the Patriots. Look at the easy road.
It's only been 26 years since the Big Ten won a championship.
I know. I was at that one, at RCA Dome.
That's the one I missed. Isn't that so typical?
Yeah.
I was at the other two. I wasn't at that one.
Yeah.
So typical. That's so Sean.
You're so dumb.
Isn't that great? Dumbass goes in 99 and 01, and the 1 year he doesn't go, they win.
Here's Tom Izzo talking about, the good hate between the two teams.
Give me 1 second there, Mass.
We'll get to it.
This is from our good buddy.
Yeah, you guys are awesome, too, because every year you want me to tell you how much I hate them. So I will say it again. I hate them. Of course I hate them. They hate us. You know, you got friends down there. What do you think I'm getting Valentine's Day cards or birthday cards? I mean, it's the way it is, guys. It's no different in any way in America. The key word is respect, and I do respect them a lot. So that's all that matters. When I die, I don't care if anybody likes me or not. I care if they respect me. So that's the way I look at the rivalry, you know? I had my time when I hated them and didn't respect them, and it cost me. So I got smarter and younger days, and now if the day comes when you like your rival, it's time to get out. That's for anybody in any sport. But if the day comes and you don't respect your rival, shame on you. And I do have great respect for them and what they've accomplished and what they're doing. And but I like my team too.
You know what he said about the day you start liking your rival, it's over?
Amen.
That's the NBA. That's LeBron. It is.
Oh, my God.
No, it is. He's all kissy, kissy,
it always
hug,
comes
hug
back to LeBron.
with everybody. Hey, let's play together. Hey, let's try to get together. Let's make a good team together. That's why I hate that guy, among other reasons. But yeah, if you don't have a good hatred for your rival, I ain't shaking their hand. I don't want to hug it out with them. I don't. I want to beat the crap out of them and stomp on them and talk crap. That's what I want to do.
I think the interesting thing about it, when you're talking about the rivalry thing, I don't think that it's bad. And it's always funny because I guarantee there's probably some Michigan State fan that's mad at me. I respect the job that Dusty May's doing. 100%. And I respect the past of Michigan. Now, you guys will admit this now. You didn't admit it back then. You would get mad back then. You guys turned into the History Channel for a while. You did. You turned into the History Channel for a while. Yeah, and it's the shots that hurt that really piss you off, right?
Yeah.
Can I give you an example?
Go ahead.
Mike Hart and Little Brother.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? There was more validity to that than anybody wanted to admit. And that's why it hurt. And so years ago when Michigan State went through that phase where they were winning games almost every year. And a lot of times smacking Michigan around, when somebody brought up the History Channel, you'd get real mad at it. Why did you get mad at it? It was misguided anger. You weren't mad at me. You weren't mad at me. You were mad at the fact. Legitimately, that's what happened. And so, trust me, now the opposite side of that is, Tom Izzo can tell you point blank. He respects his team. He respects what Dusty's doing. You just heard him say it.
As you should.
But you know as well as I do, when I said it before Tom Izzo said it, there are probably people that are mad at me right now, Michigan State fans that are mad at me. Man, why are you sucking Michigan's butt?
Well, maybe
You mean like Tom Izzo just did?
maybe those are the high school state fans that are mad at you. Grown folks know what it is.
I got respect. There's no doubt about it. I hope that Michigan State wins by 24 tonight. I can't stress that enough. But I think there's more validity to that than anybody wants to admit. Maz, why did you hate Mark D'Antonio?
I hated his guts.
I know, but why did you hate Mark
Because he was a swarmy a-hole.
But why did you... No, why did
Pride comes before the fall.
Why? What did you just say?
Pride comes before the fall.
And then what happened?
We fell.
Pride came before the fall.
We fell.
What's going on? You all right?
Yeah.
Everything cool?
I still hate him.
That's why you hated him.
Yeah.
That's why.
I know.
If he was some guy that came in there and did as almost every other Michigan State coach does.
Fell on their face.
And fell on their face and meandered and lost 2 out of 3 and 3 out of 4 to Michigan.
Well, Tuck coming.
It would have been...
Tuck came already.
He's innocent too. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw, man.
Sharon and
Everybody
Tucker
beat the
innocent.
case, bro.
What a story.
They're both innocent.
Sharon and Tucker are innocent.
They're innocent.
Clear
A
their
lot of
names.
apologies.
Innocent. Charles Manson. He should have had these guys representing him.
Maybe they called Vin Johnson.
Maybe. Better call Saul.
I think more people that woman is. I think more people should look into that woman. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
That doesn't make him innocent.
No.
But my goodness gracious. Okay. Yeah, that's a story for a different day. We'll leave it at that.
Innocent.
But
Oh boy, beat the
Right?
case.
Does he coach again?
No.
I
No
don't
way.
think so.
No.
No.
Mel Tucker.
If
No.
he does, it's like D3 or something.
No. There are certain things you can't.
But he's innocent.
Allegedly.
You can't overcome. Well, he's already confessed to having.
Yeah, he
I didn't
yacked
like
on
saying it.
he yacked on the phone.
Yeah,
Yeah, with a girl that's a rape victim. Like, come
with
on,
a
dog.
girl who's a rape victim.
Okay.
What?
It's like the type of white women these brothers pick. It's like, what are y'all doing, man? They making us look bad.
Did they both have butter knives? Or just one?
No, Tucker didn't have to do
Oh, he
that.
didn't have a butter knife?
No, Sharon is
All
Mr.
right.
Butter Knife. But he didn't do it, so.
Oh, my God.
It is there. Listen,
You get in this house and beat me with a knife. You get in
She
here.
threatened him.
You come over to my place right now and break in.
She drove him over there. I
Yes.
told you.
It was like the scruff of the neck.
Yes.
It was like the scruff of the neck.
You break
Quick,
in.
get your ass in my house. You take this butter knife, and you threaten yourself and then me.
Hey, free Sharon, man.
Okay.
This is free
Oh,
Sharon.
my God.
He ain't do it, man.
How?
It was the white she devil.
He
He ain't do it.
didn't do
He
it.
ain't do it, man. He was under the spell of the white
was.
woman, man. That wasn't him.
He was. They're witches, aren't they?
That white Gina, man. I'm telling you, they're a terrorist group.
They are. There's
That
more validity to
white
that than
China,
anybody
man.
wants to admit.
Oh, my God.
All right. Listen, before we get out of here, always appreciate you guys jumping in the chat. Seriously, got the shindig tonight. Go on and check it out.
Art Jakes, East Lansing.
Let's finish the show with some super chats. We'll get caught up on this.
I can't
and-
wait for these.
Yeah, I know, right? Maz, do you have any idea where we left off on these?
Let me take a look. Let's see. Let me get to my fan super chats. Here we go. Let's go. Wussy Boy, shout out Morning Crew. Okay. Pass the Jermaine thing.
I'm still trying to get over the
Bad
Mr.
off.
Freeze thing in front of the bathroom. It
I
was
know, right?
literally 10 degrees in front of that bathroom. I'm not joking.
Okay, after Labartney.
All right.
Okay, here we go. Shaolin Trap, $5. Maz enjoys being the heel. We did that one.
Yeah, I think that was the last one we
That
did.
was-
Yeah,
last one.
Labartney, $5. Go ahead. LOL, maybe these guys should try being drunks.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know what that one meant.
I think he was talking about when we was talking about the NFL players' injuries, all that stuff.
Randall Smalls, a sawbuck. I remember hearing Al Kaline and George Kildare talking about lifting weights made you too tight and acceptable to more injuries.
That was, do you remember, you'll probably remember this being a Jersey boy. Do you remember when Scott Stevens got all jacked up?
Of course.
And literally they were mad at him. They were mad at him. They told him, "You got too jacked up." Like that was like, I want you to think about that now. The physical specimens that guys are today, the New Jersey Devils got mad at Scott Stevens and said he got too big. Okay. Sounds good.
And then
it's insane how that works
and
itself
then he
out.
crushed poor Kozlov. And then pointed to the bench and said, "You're next."
That's one of Don
You're next.
Cherry's most famous lines, as far as I'm concerned. Do you remember when the coach's corner in the commercial?
Uh-huh.
And do you remember how Kozlov ended up on the ice like this? And Don Cherry goes, "Look at him! He looks like Jesus on the cross."
Don Cherry,
Like,
man.
Come on, man.
Wow.
Are you kidding me? All right, anything else?
Yeah. Tev Sauce. How
Shout
important are you
out.
guys thinking? How important do you guys think drafting or signing a free agent safety is? It's O-line, D-line, then safety. I really like Bud Clark from TCU in this draft. That's
I
Tev
said it.
Sauce.
That was my top 3 priorities.
I
So,
think that's fair. I think that's fair. Absolutely.
Labartney. They better not bring back MD.
They won't.
I can't.
They won't.
imagine
Y'all gotta.
them doing that
I
again.
promise you, they won't.
I cannot imagine them. I love dogs so much, you know that.
Hey, it's Woody.
It's
Shout
been
out
a
Woody.
while since you guys got to see the our fearless mascot Woody, so I figured I'd bring him in here.
Hey,
Woodward the pup.
What a beautiful dog.
I love Woody, man.
He's a sweet guy.
Gentlemen, man.
God bless him.
All right.
Jared Sayers,
Woody.
happy Friday, fellas. Hope it's a great weekend for you and all. Sean, can you explain to us how the weekend will go according to Cartoon Maz?
Oh God.
Thank you, Jared Sayers.
You got to do it now.
Thank you.
All right.
super chatted
well,
it.
you did pay for it. So it started early Saturday morning. All of a sudden, somebody added me back into the Woodward chat. And I said, I'm not doing this weekend. And then I called Anson and I said, Anson, those sons of bitches keep adding me into the chat. And so I just took myself out. What a great weekend. I didn't do anything.
Why do you make man sound like the funniest?
That's awesome. And I agree. Rando Smalls. Oh, no. JB killed Kenny.
You bastards. He's talking about his South Park.
Yeah,
picture.
that is that South Park
And
picture
last
was
one,
good.
last-minute hit by Dante. The best Mr. Freeze was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Thank you.
Also, Sean would love to see Eli Heidenreich as a Lion. Heidenreich.
Yeah.
Because he can be a tight end.
Yeah.
That's a wrestling
Yes.
deep cut right there for my wrestling fans. Hiding right.
Absolutely.
Thanks,
we gotta
guys.
get out of here. Q, thank you. I listen. I'm putting the challenge out. Any other media entity you want to have like an intern Olympics?
All right.
Bring it, bitches. I don't care who you are.
Gather your little nerdy
Radio
interns.
station,
Meet us at the
television
station. This shit can go down.
I got Zeus over there, and then Van Damme's coming in later.
Call Lil Zeus.
Pick your poison.
That's right.
How do you want to die today?
I would be back.
This guy literally on the way to work today crushed 3 suckers.
Yeah.
And I even said it with an A. Did you like that, KG? I did that for you. He crushed 3 suckers.
I'm gonna have to start grading you like I grade Neil. That was like a 7. You know,
Suckers.
it's all right. You know,
Damn
timing
right.
was a little off, but we'll get okay. I told you
When
the hat
goes
turn.
sideways.
That the hat
it all
turn is
goes
where we
sideways.
lose. Where
It
we
all
lose.
goes
You.
sideways. I
Oh
want to
my
be the
God.
pitch man, like seriously, mouth of the South. Hey Q, bust them suckers! And I'm running around.
You know
and
he-
he's just wreaking havoc.
You know, Q got a fraternity brand, so he ain't nobody to fuck
Q
with.
shaking his head.
arm
I
is
don't think he's
branded.
happy with me right now. So divert his attention so I can run out the door. All right.
I told you it's the hat turn, man.
All right. Hey,
gotta
peace, you
stop the
guys.
hat turn.
Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you Monday morning. Keep it here all day. Don't forget, big event, Art and Jake's as well. See you. Peace.
Free Sharon.
Like a frostbite straight from the divine. Cold rush on my skin feels so fine. Muscle freeze, the ache. No side effects, no mistake. Chill Sub-Zero. Icy and true. Feel the chill.